So, good night's sleep last night at the Dowd's Country Inn here in Lyme, New Hampshire, Lyme. Uh, Place is pretty cool. Free breakfast, and it wasn't the, kind of crappy make your own waffle, prefab food. No, eggs over easy, potatoes, bacon, the whole nine yards. Fantastic. The owners here are really nice folks. Um, Very accommodating, just kind of solid the earth, really good people. Having a good time here. But all things have to come to an end. But if you're ever around this area on either on the AT or just out here at all, definitely worth checking out. Their hiker rate was for birthday boy and I. It was $100 for this room here. So it's got two queen size beds. There's no TVs or anything like that. It's kind of rustic in that sense. But you got a bathroom, two queen size beds here. There's the window unit AC. Was absolutely fine. The Wi-Fi here is pretty fast, and maybe that's because of I don't think there's a lot of people here right now. That could be the reason behind that, but don't know for sure. Beds comfortable, pillows comfortable, great night's sleep. There's a little general store, a couple buildings down, a little pricey, like $7.50 for a package of Oreos. So yeah, a little pricey. No fuel canisters, but there's a hardware store, a couple buildings the opposite direction. I'm going to go check that out real quick. And there's an Italian restaurant over there that we ate at last night, and that was good food. Absolutely good food. But yeah, so that's it. Kind of waiting on my phone to charge up a little bit more because I was processing some videos for you guys. And we'll get back on trail. Birthday boy was having second breakfast. I just did one, but I'm going to walk over to the hardware store and see if they have a fuel canister, and that could totally change my my plans for next resupply. All right, that's about it. We'll get moving here a little bit. Okay, just got dropped off back here at the trailhead for going up Smarts Mountain. As long as I don't get run over. So it looks like a little bit of a climb, and it's got several peaks. So we'll have saddles in between. Somewhat of a ridge walk, but I'm sure it's going to be a lot of ups and downs. Word of the day, rain. And word of the night, rain. So it's, from what I saw on my phone, it's like a 40% chance at 3 o'clock, and that continues on, increasing throughout the day. In the evening, at one point, I think it's like 90% at like 11 o'clock at night. There is a shelter that is be a short day. It's like 11 miles. But it might be worthwhile to stay out of the rain all night. Last thing I want to do is get flooded out. So, might just do a short day and hit that shelter and stay there. And even though it's supposed to be raining tomorrow in the morning, maybe I can wait it out. Don't know. We'll see. Play it by ear. We have all sorts of options. But regardless, I think it's going to be a good day. At least I hope it will be. Got all my electronics charged up too. That was pretty key. I was running a little bit low on my battery bank for doing an extended period there without staying in an actual building with electricity. Can't say enough about the Dowd's Country Inn. Nice folk, husband and wife team, fantastic people. Room was very nice. The entire inn was very nice. Really good breakfast. Cannot complain. Not at all. Would definitely do it again and recommend anybody going there to check it out. All right, let's get walking. Okay, this is the Smarts Mountain parking lot, and ahead of us is a trail going to Smarts Mountain. It's a Blue Blaze, and it was also the historical AT, come to find out. But you kind of stay at a lower elevation until you get over to the peak for Smarts, and then you go uphill. Well, they rerouted it this way, where there's kind of like 3 peaks, and this way you hit all 3. Now, you guys kind of know I'm a sucker for history and the historical AT. However, there's supposed to be a bunch of views along this way, and before the rain sets in and everything, we get a little bit of sun trying to burn its way through. Maybe I'll get some good views. Fingers crossed. So I'm doing it for you guys. Let's get cracking. All right, that was some work. I think the actual view is up here though. Sorry, kind of reminds me of New York. Yeah, that got pretty steep that last half mile. It was almost like walking up, I don't know, 10 flights of stairs. Still a little hazy in the distance, but hopefully we'll get something good. That's not the view either. Maybe up here. Yeah, this is looking promising. All right. Up the hill. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, it looks good. Whew. Still got more to go. All right. Yeah, there's the view. Making the final push up towards Smarts. It's going to be a climb. Whew. Yeah, a lot of stuff like this and/or rock stairs. So it's pretty steep, but we'll get there. Hopefully the weather holds out and I can give you guys some views. Okay, that was smart. Nice little fire tower on top of there. Pushed back my fear of heights and climbed up it. It's a good view from up there. It was nice. Looks like we're about 2 mile-ish of downhill. Well, it's supposed to be downhill. But yeah, anyway, yeah, it's supposed to be 2 miles of about 2 miles of downhill from here. Come out to a road, and there's a water source there. So I will fill up. It's only a little bit more than 5 miles from the hexacubal shelter, and it's a little bit past noon right now. So we'll see how the skies are looking at that point. The smart thing is leading me to believe that I should do a real short day and stay there. Even if when I get up tomorrow it's raining, at least I won't have a wet tent or wet clothing. Well, I should say wet sleeping bag or wet quilt, bunch of wet equipment. You know, I can get out and hike in the rain, that's one thing. But to get a bad night's sleep and have everything soaked on top of it, yeah, that's something else. So there's a hostel right before Musalaki, right at the base. Thinking about pulling in there. The description had stuff about resupplies, indoor shuttles, wherever you need to go. So maybe do a Nero, or people have suggested a Zero there to kind of get everything together, ready to jump into the whites, you know, kick it off with Musalaki. It's one of the taller mountains in New Hampshire, and it looks like it's a long climb to get up there. So that might be the plan. It's been a while since I did an actual Zero. Hell, it might be north of Adams. Everything else has been a Nero. And that wasn't exactly, you know, a fun Zero when you're sick. So, yeah. And I definitely need to get fuel. I think I have enough for tonight, maybe 2 meals or 3 meals. So maybe we'll just jump in the hostel tomorrow. So like I said, it's about 14 miles. Have a Zero. Have a Zero, get what I need, and then start cranking on the whites. Be able to push, you know, 4 or 5 days in the whites before having to jump off for a resupply or something. That could be the plan. We'll see. Everything is flexible. All right, let's get moving. Yeah, even though I just grabbed a bunch of water down below, I stopped here at this brook. The shelter I'm going to, I've only got like a half a mile to go. But there's the water source up there is no bueno. So I grabbed a couple extra liters. And this way I can have, dinner tonight and coffee in the morning, clean up and all that good stuff. So doing a really, really short day today, only like 8 some odd miles. But that's the reason why. It's almost 3 o'clock and the rain is supposed to come like any minute now. And it's supposed to rain all freaking night long. So, now of course watching nothing happen. But yeah, I would much rather be in a dry shelter tonight with a dry tent tomorrow morning and dry gear. I've kind of lost a little faith and confidence in my tent after this last time there at Klingman's and it got soaked. So, gonna do the shelter route. So this is it, the Hexacuba shelter, 6-sided. So like I said, a little short day, just a little bit over 9 miles. Worried about the rain coming in. That's okay. We'll make it up tomorrow and get a 0 in coming up here. Looking forward to that.